Welcome to the video tutorial for the Malifaux 4th edition Tabletop Simulator mod. In this video, you'll learn the basics of how to set up and play a game of Malifaux using the 4th edition mod for Tabletop Simulator, or TTS for short. This mod is regularly updated with new features and rules updates. A manual detailing all the latest features, as well as other helpful tips for using the mod, is on the table for you to refer to as needed, alongside the comprehensive Malifaux rules and a summary rules reference. We'll link to any future videos on updates to the mod in a pinned comment below this video. To begin with, you'll need to purchase and install Tabletop Simulator from the Steam app or web store. Once you've done this, to get the Malifaux TTS mod, navigate to the Steam Workshop page for Tabletop Simulator and search Malifaux. Then select Malifaux 4e TTS by the user Farabar100 from the search list, and subscribe to make the mod available within your TTS client. While you're here, you can also subscribe to Malifaux compatible map mods, which we've linked to in the description for this video. We'll discuss how to import these mods later. To start an online game, you'll first need to create a server in TTS. To do this, select Create from the TTS main menu, then choose Multiplayer. Then, name your server and select Public under server type. Entry to public rooms can also be protected with a password that you can enter at this point. Maximum players should in general be 2, though you may want to add more if you'd like others to watch your game. Once you've entered your server settings, select Create Server to create your TTS server. Then, in the Workshop row, select Malifaux 4e TTS, then click the Load button to start the mod. Once the table is loaded, click on your username in the top right corner of the screen, then select Change Colour, choosing either the red or blue side. This will enable you to set up a game and gain access to hidden player information such as your schemes and control hand. Provide the name of your server and any password you've created to your opponent. This will allow them to find your server via the Join button on the TTS main menu, using the search bar in the server browser. TTS has 3 camera modes: third person, first person, and top down. You can toggle between these modes using the P key. In third person mode, for mouse users, rotate the camera by moving whilst holding the right mouse button, pan the camera by moving while holding the middle mouse button, zoom the camera in or out by scrolling the mouse wheel up or down, and quickly zoom in or out by clicking the middle mouse button. For trackpad users, pan the camera using W, A, S and D keys, turn the camera using the left and right arrow keys, tilt the camera using the up and down arrow keys, and zoom in or out by moving 2 fingers up or down on the trackpad. For quick and easy navigation around the board, you can save and reload your preferred camera views. Save a view by pressing Ctrl and a number key, reload that view by pressing Shift and the same number key. A number of default camera views are saved when you launch the Malifaux TTS mod. You can browse and replace these with your own preferred views ahead of any game. Maps and terrain for Malifaux TTS games are organised and contained within map bags. There are currently 2 within the mod. If you want more variety in your terrain, you can import maps from Malifaux compatible mods. These contain a diverse range of environments and terrain and can be found via the Steam Workshop page for Tabletop Simulator. We've linked to several of these in the description below. We recommend importing maps before starting your first game server so they'll be available to you whenever you play. You can subscribe to and load a map mod in the same way you did for Malifaux TTS. Once in the map mod, either drag select or control click the maps you wish to import. Right-click the selection and choose Save Objects, then name and save your map bag collection. Once you've loaded your TTS server and Malifaux table, you can import Save Map collections from the Objects menu at the top of your screen, under the Saved Objects list. To set up a map for play, click and hold a map bag until it lifts up, then drag and drop it onto the Drop Bags Here section of the Map Manager panel. Ensure the map bag is lifted before you move it. If you click and drag too quickly, this will drag individual terrain items from the bag. This can be awkward, as the first item is often the board. With container objects like map bags, get used to clicking and holding to move them and you'll have a much smoother experience. Once your map is set up, it can be oriented using the Rotate Map button directly below the Map Manager panel. You can then choose and orient the deployment overlay using the buttons in the top right of your screen beneath your username. Note that some strategy automation features in the mod rely on the deployment overlay being in place before you select your strategy. There are two ways to prepare a crew for a Malifaux TTS game, using the crew builder and retriever, or by manually selecting stack cards via the faction reference library. The crew builder is available via a Google Sheet linked in the description below. For the Google Sheet, you'll need to save a local copy of the sheet to enable its functionality. In your local copy of the sheet, go to the Crew Builder tab, then select your faction, master and other hires in that order. Once you're happy with your crew, go to the TTS Export tab and copy the details of your crew from cell A1. Then, in your TTS server, right-click the note card on your side of the table and paste the crew details in the description field at the bottom of the menu. At this point, check that no additional characters like quotation marks are present at the beginning or the end of the text. When you click outside of the menu, the crew details should appear on the note card. Then click the Retrieve Crew button at the top of the note card. All the relevant models, stack cards and special tokens or markers for your crew should now appear in your play area. Alternatively, you can right-click the faction marker for your chosen faction in the reference card library section of the table. Select Search from the menu, then drag and drop the appropriate stack cards from the Search tab onto your player board. All stack cards have a Spawn Model button below them that allows you to spawn the relevant model for that card. Also note that you can view the reverse of any reference card by mousing over the card and pressing the F key to flip it over. Similarly, special tokens and markers can be located in the token and marker shelves to the side of the play area. Note that these create spawners for the relevant token or marker type, from which unlimited numbers of that token or marker can be generated by simply clicking and dragging from them. Spawners for soulstones, remains and scheme markers can also be found to the side of the play area. You can tell spawners from their respective tokens or markers, as you will see the infinity symbol when you mouse over them. To apply a token to a model, simply drag the token onto the appropriate model. A symbol for that token will now appear above that model. To remove a token from a model, simply click on the symbol for the token you want to remove from that model. To choose a strategy for your game, you can click the button under the relevant strategy to the side of the play area. Some strategies automatically set up markers at this point, though they will only do so if you've used the deployment overlay feature mentioned previously. Alternatively, you can randomize the strategy and other game elements by checking the appropriate boxes in the randomize section of the game setup panel. To start a game, click the Start button in the game setup panel. This will randomly generate the same 3 schemes for both players. Of the 3 schemes selected, you can choose which one you wish to play by clicking the option 1, 2 or 3 button in your hidden scheme area. Once chosen, your selected option will become the current scheme, and the next available schemes for that scheme will appear in the option slots. You can note any hidden information related to the current scheme in the hidden information field. At the end of a turn, you can reveal your current scheme and any associated hidden information by pressing the Reveal button. Note that selecting a scheme option cannot be reversed, so be sure you've chosen the right option before clicking the button, and avoid choosing another scheme option before you've revealed your current one. You can deploy your models by simply clicking and dragging them to an appropriate part of the play area. During play, you may use the Move Manager to ensure your moves are within a limited maximum distance of 1 to 9 inches. To do this, select or mouse over the model you wish to move, then press the number key corresponding to the maximum distance, for example 6 for 6 inches. The Move Distance indicator will appear at your mouse pointer. From here, you can move the model anywhere within the chosen maximum distance. To change your direction mid-move, you can left-click to place a movement breakpoint. You can undo the last breakpoint by right-clicking. If there are no breakpoints, this will cancel the move entirely. To confirm your final position, double-click your mouse at that position or once you've reached the maximum distance. Note that after you move using the Move Manager, your model will automatically lock in place to prevent undesirable glitches. In this case, you can still use the Move Manager by mousing over the model and pressing the desired number key. Pressing 0 when mousing over a model allows you to make an unrestricted move. You can also unlock your model by mousing over it and pressing the L key. Be careful when doing this, however, as accidentally unlocking terrain or the board can result in unrecoverable glitches, because TTS loves its physics. To reduce a model's health by 1, mouse over the health bar for the appropriate model until the red button icon appears, then right-click. Left-clicking here will increase that model's health by 1. Each model has 3 useful game controls to the right side of its health bar. The circle button will create an aura for the model. Left-click the circle button to increase the aura by 1 inch, and right-click to decrease the aura by 1 inch. Left-click the flag button to toggle the activation status of the model. This will adjust the colour of the model's base to show it has been activated. The cog button will switch the model interface between compact and expanded modes for your convenience. Your fate deck and the conflict area can be found to the side of the main play area. To draw cards into your hand, right-click your fate deck and click Draw until you have the desired number of cards. To make single flips from your fate deck, click the Flip button. To make fate modified flips, click on the positive or negative buttons corresponding to your total fate modifier found on either side of the flip button. Fate modified flips will automatically put low cards for negative flips or the black joker into the duel. To cheat or empower a flip, simply drag a card from your control hand and place it in the duel or empowerment slot for the flip. You can discard cards from your conflict zone by pressing the discard button. Provided they are in the duel, empowerment or flipping areas, cards will be discarded automatically upon making another flip. At the end of your turn, you can reshuffle the deck by pressing the reshuffle button. That concludes this tutorial on the basics of the Malifaux 4th edition TTS mod. The team are updating the mod regularly throughout the 4th edition beta and beyond, and we're always looking for feedback on ways we can improve the experience for players. Join our Discord to hear more about updates to the mod, provide suggestions and feedback, or to arrange Malifaux games on TTS with others. Link in the description below. We hope Malifaux TTS will allow you and your friends to enjoy many more games of Malifaux online and elsewhere. We also offer our thanks to the many contributors who have looked after this mod and its predecessors over the years. Together, we hope we've created a great place to make bad things happen. Thanks for watching.